Macho, macho, yeah!
Welcome to Macho Yak TV. As we all know, hunting season's right around the corner. So I want to talk a little bit about crossbows and compound bows and see which one is going to be best for you. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of a crossbow. One of the biggest cons on crossbows is their weight. Crossbows are pretty heavy, you know, as opposed to a compound bow. Only weighs a couple pounds, very easy to carry through the woods. These are going to be a little bit more difficult. You know, you have the strap and stuff, but still, you're going to be knocking into trees and stuff. It's going to be a little bit louder going through the woods. And on that note, crossbows, when they shoot, are a lot louder than compound bows. So typically, you're only going to get one shot on a deer, as opposed to a compound bow that you'll get maybe two shots. So that could be a big decision maker for some people. However, I feel that with the scope, you're going to be a lot more accurate with a crossbow, and you won't need that second shot. Okay. One of the pros of a crossbow is how easy it is to shoot. You know, you can be any level shooter with bows and pick up a crossbow and be extremely accurate. They're just simple. All you're doing is tuning in the sight a little bit, which is a couple clicks, and you're right there every time. You don't have to go out in the field previously, you know, right before you go out and practice to shoot to see if it's still accurate, because you're using that scope. I still do it anyway, just because I'm paranoid about making sure I have the best shot I can on a deer. But you know, that's a big positive for a lot of people. With a compound bow, you have to get out and shoot before. That thing always moves. Very rarely have I gone to go out hunting and that the sight's been, you know, dead on. So you always have to do some practice shots, at least 5 practice shots before you go out in the field. All right, another thing is how easy these are to load. And the problem with that is they're not easy to load. You have to have a crank. This one has the crank built in right here. I honestly don't like this built-in crank, but they have other cranks that you just hook on and pull back, and it's a whole separate thing. And that's good. So it's kind of easy to use. It's nice because it stays cocked back while you're hunting. You know, when that deer comes along, you're not having to do all this motion that could potentially scare away a deer. You're already set to shoot. Nice thing about the compound bows is they're very easy to pull back. You know, and you're going to get more shots out of it in a faster time. But I mean, how often do you need to shoot several times in a row? Not very often. So one of the things I want to talk about is what led me to purchase a crossbow. For one, I'm usually pretty busy in the day, so sometimes I'll only get out in the field just for a couple hours, so I don't want to have to waste the time of going, shooting, you know, all these shots before to see if I'm still accurate, and then tuning the bow so that it's accurate, you know, so on and so forth. This is so easy that you get out, you take one shot, it's 90% of the time dead on. If it's not, you're just making a click and you're right out in the field. So the quickness of this is a big plus for me. The way I look at a crossbow and a compound bow is how accurate can I be to make an effective shot in the field. And for me, I know with a crossbow that I will take that deer with a nice clean shot. Whereas with the compound bow, I'm still very confident I can make a very tight grouping with that compound bow, but there's always those little ifs. You know, say you're a little bit off, you're in that deer stand and you're not bending your body enough, or you're trying to shoot straight up, you're a little bit off. You know, you have the potential of hurting that deer without harvesting it, which is a worst case scenario. We never want to do that. So with this crossbow, I am deadly accurate every time. I know I'll get the deer, and there won't be any mishaps in the field. So what's going to be the best choice for you? If you have a lot of time to set up, take the time to practice, then the compound bow is the way to go. But if you don't have a lot of time and you have to just get out in the field as quick as you can, you don't have all that extra practice time, a crossbow is definitely going to be the way to go. It's a very successful weapon, and it will get the job done without having to take all that time to practice. So let me know which one was best for you. I hope you guys have a successful hunting season this year, and I'll see you next time.